Hello world! We are
Salwa,
and Safiya. We are honored that you're embarking this journey with us.
coming to you from across continents in early Sunday mornings.
We are here to talk to you about life,
Love,
self-worth,
relationships,
hardships,
motivation,
career,
creativity.
and everything in between.
So make yourself comfortable, grab a cup of tea or coffee,
And enjoy your early bird talk.
Hi Safiya!
Hello, hi Salwa.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm not going to lie this time. I'm kind of exhausted and tired, but I'm happy. It means that I'm doing stuff, right? How about you? How are you?
Honestly, I'm in a kind of a similar mood. Not feeling the most energized as I used to, but it's okay. There are moments like these, and I totally feel like going through a big transition time, and that takes a lot of energy. Yeah. And it's kind of weird because it's summertime and you would think like it's relaxing and just chilling out time, but no, this year is weird.
This year is very particular. I have experienced one busy summer once where I was studying, so it's as if I didn't take a vacation for 2 years. I learned a lot, but it was on the, it was on the account of my health and of my mental health, especially. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend taking your holidays and making the most of your rest and so on, because the load of stress that comes with studies or work is considerable. We just ignore it because it comes bit by bit, you see? And at the end of the year, you're just there with a bucket full of stressful things. And so you need to unwind and to rest.
For sure, yeah. So are you planning to take some time off, or maybe just some little time slots to take a pause and wind and
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm looking forward 1 week of sleep just to unwind. But then, of course, as a person, I know myself. I cannot just sit still. I can't just spend my day sleeping and so on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I have bought a lot of books to read, and I can't wait. How about you? How are you planning to spend your holidays?
well, honestly, I'm hoping I can go see my family, spend some time with my family, which is something that is still not very clear for now. And that rhymes with a lot of time to rest, to take long hours to sit back, drink some tea, have a good conversation with my family, enjoy the sweets and everything that is so delicious that my mom would have prepared. And doing all the crazy things with my sister, inshallah. So really very basic, I would say, but for me that's true source of joy and happiness. And whenever I get to reconnect with that, I'm like, what am I doing? Not living this every day in my life. So yeah, I'm longing for that, inshallah. It's a summer that I'm not thinking, where am I going this year? Where do I want to travel? Which workshop I want to take? What's the new big step I'm preparing for my next year? Usually I'm in this kind of mindset during summer, because for me it's like hit the reset button, but at the same time set the bar even higher for the following year. But I feel like with everything that we've been through, this is not my priority right now. It's more, how can we just take more care of ourselves and be present for the things that matter first.
That's true. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Like generally for me too, it would be a summer of full of learning, full of new things, full of new adventures. Probably going to weird places and discovering new places, meeting new people. I was lucky though. I was lucky to be confined with my parents and my family. So I'm just looking forward to tea, which is very important. I'm looking forward to the morning tea, the afternoon tea, the evening tea, and every time tea with mint. That's very refreshing in summer, actually. Yeah, but our ambitions this year is just, I mean, I'd be lucky to survive, to be honest, because now with all the amount of work that we had to face with the transitions due to the pandemic, like we changed our habits, we had to go and to do our work, but in a very different way, with all of that comes as like unexpected stuff that just rise from normal situations that we usually used to deal with easily and so on. So I think we really need time to rest. But the thing is, sometimes I need to do something as I rest, you know. I don't know about you. How long would you spend? Like, how long can you stay without doing something, Salwa? I'd love to know.
That is just as much as hard for me as it is for you. But I think you're even, you know, I think you're, you need more energy and I don't know how to say that. You're the firecracker at the end of the day, so always need spark in your life. But as for me, I'm okay with I'm not okay, I'm grateful with a quiet day, a simple day. But if it lasts for a long time, I start feeling like I'm not doing anything useful in my life. And then my mom is like, but that's great, that's exactly what you need right now. And it gives me a little bit of this perspective, and I'm thinking, yeah, probably remember those times, those weeks when I'm thinking, oh, if only I could take one day off. Well, here they are. But I think at the end of the day, it depends on how we define the word rest and what you put behind it. Because for me, resting is not just not doing anything. It could be doing things that help you rest and that help your mind switch to other directions. For instance, I could push myself to let's say meditate for 10 minutes every day during holidays, which is something I don't do every day. And you could think of it as something you have to do, but at the same time, the outcome is so fulfilling and leaves me really feeling rested, disconnected from work and all of that, that it gives me at the same time the feeling of accomplishment and rest. So that's perfect. Perfect combination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, that's great if you can have that. Because it definitely rest is when you have to, like, you just forget about all this serious stuff that you had to do. But I have this sort of, how can I say that? It's kind of a contradiction in my head. Like, for me, even rest, like, I shouldn't just be resting without making something, without helping, without contributing to my sort of humanity, as Dostoevsky would say. Like, I would still need to contribute to my humanity, to others' humanity, by producing stuff. Either it would be writing, drawing, reading, meditating as well. So I see rest as one of the most productive times, anyway, for me. Like, when I'm resting, it's then when I'm about projects, when I am just, as you said, resetting, but at the same time, like, raising the bar a little bit higher, and, you know, just going out of my comfort zone a little bit to just trying the waters, you know, before going there the other year. But for me, the number one resting activity, and the one that my parents will still complain about, is reading. So you would find me reading somewhere in a corner. I could stay reading like for 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours. I would only just stop to pray, eat, or anything. But I would just be in the corner. And I'm an extrovert. That's what sometimes I don't get it. So I'm just like, I'm good with people. I don't mind being like in a good company, especially it's summer. So you meet your relatives, your family, your friends. But for me, the perfect thing is just like having my own book and sitting in that corner. And if it's a literature, magnum opus, that's something that I would not, leave for anything.
You're sparking ideas in my mind.
Wow.
We can do a readathon, and we can have like a weekend of a readathon, and we can also host this over on our Instagram page. So guys, if you're interested to do a readathon with us during the summer, why not?
Let us know. Wait. I have just to specify, like, for us, this summer is going to be special for me. I'm focusing on other projects, so I will be reading probably a book a week or less. So the readathon, I think we're just gonna have to be modest and humble with our pledged books to be read. Please, this time we can raise the bar in the next summer if you want.
Yeah, of course. Next time.
Inshallah.
Yeah, why not? But definitely, something I used to do with a friend was like, just to find, we would tell each other which hour during the day we're gonna be reading. And then let's say it's 7 p.m. and we'd tell each other, okay, go ahead, start. And we would be reading completely different stuff, but it was just funny and kind of cozy to think that someone else is reading the same thing, is reading at the same time as you. And if it's the same book, it's even more fun because we would send each other messages while reading. It's like, what happened here? Yeah.
That's true. I think one of the best moments like I had with my friend, she's actually my childhood friend, and I think she's listening now. So one of our best meetings, or let's say like the best time that we've spent together, was both of us sitting in a coffee shop and reading our books silently, that is, different books. And from time to time we just like look at each other like across the table like and then go back to read. I think we stayed like that for 4 hours or 3 hours. That was the best time I ever spent with anyone so far, to be honest. I like wild, crazy adventures, but reading too is interesting, believe me.
I don't know, something about it is so magical. Like, I understand. I feel like it reminds me of music. When you play music with someone, it is just a connection you just cannot talk about. You cannot explain it to others. Yeah, it could happen with books too. But I feel like when you were talking about how you rest, it makes me think of it's like there are two phases. The first step where I just need to do nothing and let my guards down, and just allow things to and receive, be in that state of receiving, and then little by little doing things that help me reset and get inspired again, and while being creative, kind of shaking my ideas, pushing the walls, changing the perspective, trying to look at the horizon differently, and that's exactly when we were talking about writing or painting. For me, that's perfect. Those are the perfect activities for that. When I paint, I have no idea where I'm going, and it helps me feel like I'm pushing mental barriers I have in my mind in a metaphorical way for my life. It's like if I can let go and just play with creativity while painting and get somewhere, I can do it in my life as well. later on, when I'll need it, when I'll be in a position where everything is new, everything is different, and I have no idea where I'm headed, I think of that, and it's like a skill somehow that without even knowing, you just work on while you're doing those creative stuff. Makes me think of a friend who lately really picked up this good habit of painting, and who's doing really great stuff with it right now. Who's probably listening, and little shout out to her and her Instagram page, Le Ballon Rebelle, where really the level of creativity has been rising up, and it's lovely to see that, because she's same thing. She had no idea where she was heading when she started out. It was just a way of expressing herself and discovering other things, and now she's thinking about, bigger projects. I wouldn't spoil her projects, but she's thinking about widening it up. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Okay. I'm now curious. Okay, so Le Ballon Rebelle, I think I'll just go do some stalking on Instagram. Just love that. Yeah, one thing about social media during holidays and rest. Generally, I take leave from social media. I don't know about you, Salwa, but I would usually just leave it and take time to time, take time to take time, just try to be mindful and isolate myself to some extent. So you see, I prefer reading, so I'm isolating myself even from my family, which is bad, not cool, because that's summer, that's all that you have to reconnect before you all go back to your usual work or usual studies. There are a lot of activities, in other cultures and civilizations where they try to make the most of their time. I came across this one that's Shinrin-yoku, and it's forest bathing. It's when you go deep in the forest and you just walk. It's like as if you're taking like some intimate times with the forest, and you just let everything in, and like the good energy. Try to cleanse your body. One like another time, I did that. I tried it here in a not really huge forest, but you go with that intention to cleanse yourself and try to take all that greenery and all that strong, beautiful, big, huge trees in. And it actually feels beautiful. And there are other ways, like to find happiness in your rest and how to have some sort of coziness, as you said. Like there's Hygge, there's Lykke from Denmark. They are the happiest people on earth, right? So they know how to live. They know how to live, so they know how to rest as well. And I've learned a lot from like few Danish friends how they take rest and how they take life. It's like they have productive rest, active rest. They are doing stuff that they like, and they're trying to rest as well, but making it productive, making it active. For instance, selling artworks that they did during summer, picking up a good hobby, and learning new things as well.
Nice.
Yeah,
definitely helps to take time off from social media. Yeah, you're right. And then start building up a quality resting time with yourself and your family and your friends. I feel like when I take a step back from not only social media but also my mailbox, because I check my mails a lot. I have a lot of mailboxes. Take off all the notifications and all of that, and I choose to check my phone only once a day at the end of the day to respond to messages on WhatsApp, and that's it. And what it does is it's really weird, because my perception of time actually changes, because I feel like when we are a lot on our phones, we don't realize how much time we spend on our phones, and once it's out of the way, I just feel like time is much more generous with me, and it's much slower. I don't know how to say that, but it reminds me of L'insoutenable légèreté de l'être de Milan Kundera. It's like you get to a denser state. Yeah, and you're not in in the light state that is, just you're floating by and you're just going by and swiping and but you're in a dense space time. Yeah, sorry for the spiritual to woohoo moments, but I don't know if you guys feel that.
I do experience a lot of that. Is when I'm definitely like when you are on social media, you're having like a conversation, and you think that it's not a long conversation. You think that that conversation is just like you're just exchanging a few words, and before you know it, it's 4 hours that you've been having that conversation, and you're not even getting anything from it, like not even the physical and how can I say the human connection, because it's still you're talking to a screen and you're typing. It's not as if you're talking. It's not as if you're sitting. Like, for instance, like for me and Salwa, if we just exchange a few texts or like on chat, it's not the same thing. It has nothing to do. Not even like our Sunday meetings. Meeting her every Sunday, actually, we meet and we see each other. It's very essential for us. Like I can see her right now, she can see me, and that makes me feel more connection. That makes time like go by so slow. Whereas we can spend 2 hours chatting and not with the same positive impact on us. I agree.
And it's in general you're also multitasking while doing that, and that's always bad. Because you're not totally in the conversation nor doing whatever task you are doing. Even when I talk with my friends on the telephone, I always tell them I can't do anything right now. Sorry, I'm preparing dinner. I can't talk to you because I don't know how to do both at the same time. It's either I'm sitting and I'm fully concentrated with you with what we're saying, or I'm fully concentrated with preparing dinner. I know, because none of them is systematic and automatic.
Yeah, no. I think that summer, if there's something I would recommend people to try this summer for their holidays, is try not to multitask. Try not to multitask, and you'll see. Like, just focus on whatever you're doing. I used to have like a phone call, probably work at the same time, and do something at the same time, 3 things at once. It's so energy consuming and you feel exhausted. So if you want to make a change, like try to stop multitasking. It will have like a big effect on your well-being, on your health, and you'll see. And it will just push you to crave more non-multitasking times, non-multitasking les trêves. How can I say that? Yeah. But anyway, for instance, like for our podcast, it like the same for our podcast. It started as not as a joke, but as something that we thought about doing in our free time to rest. So it's something that we've named like take time to rest. Both me and Salwa, we love to talk matters out. We'd love to discuss, and our talks generally, even our phone calls, are more like, did you listen to the last that? Like, did you hear what's on the news? What do you think about that? What do you think about this? What's that book is about? What's that last exposition is about? What do you think about this topic, and so on? And we'd love to do that. So we were like, why not share it with others? We've got we're just having fun. We are sharing part of our thoughts, and that's something that we love. I mean, I love to share. She loves to share. So we were like, we're just gonna tackle our usual ordinary matters, but probably share them. So here we are now. We meet every Sunday. As you know, Sunday is a holiday, right? And we just talk things out and share it with you guys.
As part of resting.
Exactly.
As part of our creative resting. That's a new concept we could work on later on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. If there's one thing I would like to recommend for our dear listeners, it would be trust your gut. Do that thing you always wanted to do. Exactly, it goes into the same direction as what you were saying. I don't know, if you always wanted to learn how to swim, well, do it now, or try to bake, or create your own fashion line, as remember Fatima Nuhi's and discussion, what she did during that summer because she wanted to create something for herself became her day-to-day work and life right now. So just trust your gut, go with the flow, with your flow, trust your own flow, and see where it leads you. That's it. That's all I would say. Reconnect with that true self. That's the time to do that.
Yeah. That big time, right? Well, I think with this we come to an end of today's episode. We were so happy to share these few insights with you, things that we learned, our own experience. We are only human, so we might have not been our best today, but probably next week, who knows? Let's see what the future has for us, right?
Inshallah. We want to keep this real and true and honest. As Safiya was saying before we start recording, it's not always butterflies and flowers everywhere. And yeah, we don't want to give the impression that it is. It's your Liberts podcast. It's where truth would always proclaim. No. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Safiya, for the always very good talk. See you next time.
Thank you too. See you. Take care. Bye. Fi amanillah.
Bye. Thanks for listening to our talk. We had a good time recording it for you. Let us know what was your favorite part. If you liked this episode, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to join the Birds family on Instagram. Peace be upon you all.